My name is Carlos Torres, and I am the illustrator for Dirty Work at the Crossroads. When I first became aware that I could draw pictures, I was probably about 3 years old, and I was living in Brooklyn. And my mother was an art student, so she always had art materials around, pencils, newsprint pads, charcoal, and I was just drawn to that at a very early age. In sixth grade, I was interested in drawing comics. I mean, I was interested in, I read comic books here and there. My older brother collected comics, and so we had some comics at home, and also the newspaper comics, the Sunday comics. That was a big influence on me. I always tried to draw my own comic strip when I was, very young. I was influenced by a lot of black and white independent comics, and because I enjoy them, I'm comfortable creating and producing something like that. I think it's something that's, very, very much appreciated. I think it's aesthetically, you can do some really beautiful things with black and white, and that's why I choose to do that. Artists like Richard Corbin, the Hernandez brothers, I really like their stuff. Dave Sim he really I noticed that stuff in the 80s when I was growing up, and I liked the texture of the different textures in the work, the gray tones and the solid blacks, and I really wanted to try to learn how to do that. Dirty Work at the Crossroads. It's my approach, my take on doing the comics medium. I have developed these characters. I do write them. We do create personalities for them. My co-creator Joe does a lot of the scripting. He does the narrative. It's like when you were a kid and you created stories with your toys. Well, it's kind of that, except we don't have, we're not discussing our toys now. We're just kind of talking abstractly about characters that may or may not, be interesting. I prefer to letter it myself, and I really enjoy just penciling it and inking it with a brush or a pen, or different rags, or create different textures. I see myself drawing comics forever right now. I don't see myself not doing it. I think the driving force was that I started to make lines on paper that looked like comics that I wanted to buy, that I wanted to find. And then that was one of those moments where I was like, okay, so I'm getting close. I'm getting close to doing something that I really enjoy, that I really want to see, that I think needs to be shared. So why not make it into a comic? Why not print a bunch of copies and share them? But that was a breakthrough moment right there. As soon as I started to put lines on paper that looked like stuff that I wanted to see in comics, that was it. There was no turning back.